Good evening. Welcome all to Glorious India Series 2. Uttarakhand, Dev Bhumi, the land of gods. Today we are going to see the temples of Uttarakhand, session 4. We are going to have an interesting topic, Temples of Uttarakhand by Sri Saravanan Iyer. Over to you, Saravanan sir.
Hari Om Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Today we will see the temples of Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand, what was it called? Uttarakhand, what is it called? We saw last week. It's Dev Bhumi.
Dev Bhumi.
Yeah.
Dev Bhumi. Dev Bhumi.
When we say Dev Bhumi, it should definitely, have a lot of gods there, right? So there are a lot of temples in Uttarakhand, and which are all of historic importance or spiritual importance and all that. So we will see first this week we will see the Chardham in Uttarakhand. Have you heard of word Chardham before? Have you heard of a word called Chardham? No. Okay. Chardham is nothing but a pilgrimage. Okay, a pilgrimage trip or a temple trip, basically covering 4 important temples. Okay, that's called Chardham. In Uttarakhand, there is a popular Chardham Yatra which is undertaken by the pilgrims from various parts of India and also various parts of the world. There are 4 important places for Hindus in Uttarakhand. This Chardham has Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath and Kedarnath. Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath and
Kedarnath.
Yeah.
Kedarnath.
Yeah. People visit Uttarakhand mainly to undergo this Chardham. There are a lot of other temples also which they can see and which they can worship there. But these are the 4 main temples people visit in Uttarakhand. It's called Chardham Yatra, which is very, very, very popular. And Gangotri is one of the holiest places in India. How Mount Kailash or Varanasi is known as very spiritual, very religious, very holiest place. Likewise, Gangotri is also one of the very holiest place in India. Last week you saw what was the longest river in India?
Ganga.
This particular longest river, which runs thousands of kilometers to reach, the sea, before reaching the sea, this particular Ganga is originating from a place called Gangotri, where the Ganga is originating, where the Ganga starts flowing. That place is called Gangotri. Have you ever seen the origin of a river, where the river starts flowing? You would have seen the river going, but have you ever seen a river starting from a place? Anyone? Okay. This particular place is where the Ganga starts flowing. Okay. And you know how Ganga Mata chose this place to start flowing in India or to start flowing on the earth itself? Those days, now everyone know about Rama, right? In Ramayana. Who's Rama's father?
Dasharatha.
Who's Dasharatha's father?
Dasharatha.
Dasharatha's father?
Aja.
Aja's father?
Raghu.
Raghu is the forefather. Okay. So in that dynasty, it's called Surya Vansha, right? Surya dynasty. Raghuvamsa. Correct? Yeah. In that Raghuvamsha,
Yes.
there was a king called Anshuman. What's his name?
Anshuman.
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 Much before Rama was born. Okay, in that lineage of this thing, there was a king called Anshuman, and in that lineage, after Anshuman, there was a prince who was born. His name was Bhagiratha. Who was it? Bhagiratha.
Bhagirath.
Yeah. Bhagiratha's forefather, that is fathers, elder brother, uncles, grandfathers, they had a curse. They had a curse from a rishi called Kapila Rishi. Kapila Rishi cursed their forefathers, about 60 kings. And because of the curse, they all died. All those people died. So Bhagiratha, after being born, he was doing a penance. He was doing tapas in this place, actually. He was doing tapas in this place and praying for the god, because he got an advice from a rishi saying that if you bring Ganga to the earth, if you bring Ganga Mata, Ganga river to the earth, and if you do the rituals for your forefathers, that is, sprinkle the Ganga water on the ashes of the forefathers, all the forefathers will attain moksha. Because he wanted his forefathers to attain moksha, because whoever is cursed and whoever dies of a curse, they may not attain moksha, they may not reach the feet of God. So he wanted all those people to reach the feet of God. He wanted them to attain moksha. So he took the advice of his guru and started worshipping Lord Shiva there, and accepting his prayers. Lord Shiva, what did he do? Have you ever seen what's on Lord Shiva's head?
Sir, Ganga flows from his
Yeah, exactly.
Ganga Maya
Exactly.
flows from the top of his
Exactly.
head.
So Ganga Maya was on Shiva's head. One side Ganga Maya will be there, the other side the crescent moon will be there. So he said, okay, fine, I'll send Ganga to the earth. And based on Bhagiratha's wish, Lord Shiva untied Ganga from his head and made her flow to the earth. That's when Ganga started flowing on the earth in that particular place. The place where Ganga Maya came and fell and started flowing, that place is called Bindu Saras. What is that?
Bindu Saras.
Yeah, Bindu Saras. So Bindu means it's a center point. So that's where she started falling. From there, she started flowing. And from that place, Ganga Maya split into 7 rivers. It fell as one, and she split into 7 rivers, 3 on the left, 3 rivers on the right, and she started flowing in the middle. So that's the place. That's it. That's called Gangotri. That's a place in today's thing. It's called Gangotri. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gangotri is situated again, like as I said last week, in Uttarakhand. For wherever you need to go to Uttarakhand, you need to reach either Dehradun or Haridwar. From Haridwar, it's about 2,600, 2,800, around 256 kilometers. From Haridwar, you have to travel on road, on a hill, actually, various hills and mountains you have to cross to reach Gangotri. Today the Gangotri place, that Bindu Saras where it fell, that particular place is called Gaumukh. What is that? Gaumukh.
Gaumukh.
Yeah, Gaumukh. Exactly. So what has happened is, this Bhagiratha story, I left it half. So after she started flowing, what happened? There was a Rishi, Janhu Rishi. What is the name of the Rishi? Janhu.
Janhu.
Yeah. Janhu Rishi was doing tapas in a place where Ganga was flowing and it hit him. So the Rishi got angry, because his meditation was disturbed. So what he did, he thought the river is disturbing him. and he arrested the whole river. What he did? He took all the river in his stomach and closed it. So the Ganga stopped flowing there. Ganga went into the stomach of the Janhu Rishi. Again, Bhagirath went and apologized with the Rishi, Janhu Rishi, and prayed him, saying that I have to do the Shraddha. I have to give moksha to all my ancestors. That is why I prayed for so many years and brought Ganga to the earth. Kindly release her so that I can do the last rites to my ancestors. So he pleaded with Janhu Rishi, who Bhagiratha. Then Janhu Rishi agreed to Bhagiratha, understood the situation, and he released Ganga from his stomach. And Ganga started flowing again. Okay? And that is how Ganga got another name. Ganga Maya has another name there called Jahnavi.
Jahnavi.
Because she flew from...
And because Bhagirath prayed to her, her name is also Bhagirathi.
Yeah, exactly. So those places she is called Bhagirathi. She also has another name called Jahnavi. So from there, Ganga is flowing. And in Gangotri, lot of pilgrimage, lot of travelers visit there, worship Ganga Maya, pray to Ganga Maya, do Ganga Harati and all that. And there is a temple also, for Lord Shiva, Ganga Maya and all that. They worship there. And Gangotri, like many temples in Uttarakhand, Gangotri also will be open from the month of May, that is somewhere during Akshaya Tritiya in May, from May till Diwali day. 6 months of a year, the temple will be open. The Gangotri will be open for public. People can go and visit. The next 6 months during the winter, and it will become all river and mountain, everything will be covered by snow. So the people will not be able to travel. So nobody can visit Gangotri during the other times. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now you have a short history about Gangotri. You know what is Gangotri, na? Now there is another holy river called Yamuna. How many of you know Yamuna?
I know.
Yeah. There are the holiest 7 rivers on earth in India. They are Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, Kaveri, Narmada, and Sindh. These are the holy rivers. Of course, Sindh is now in Pakistan, which flows partly to India. All other rivers are present in India. These are the rivers worshipped as goddesses in India. So next to Ganga, its holiest is the river Yamuna. Yamuna is also connected to Lord Krishna's history, Lord Krishna's story. I think many of you have heard. Lord
Sir,
Krishna was...
I know. It's when he controlled the big snake.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's where
Kalia.
Kaliya Nardhana. He was dancing on the snake and he controlled the snake. And Lord Krishna used to gaze the cattle, his cows, in the banks of Yamuna at a different part of the country, not in Uttarakhand, of course. But Narmada again flows such longer. And that place is called Yamunotri. Like how we call Gangotri, it's called Yamunotri. And Yamunotri is again a very holy place because Yamuna is the daughter of sun god, Lord Surya. Surya's son, and she is also a sister of Shani Bhagavan. Yes. So Shani Bhagavan, she is a sister of Shani Bhagavan and also sister of, she is a daughter of Surya and sister of Shani Bhagwan. So whoever takes a dip, whoever takes bath in Yamuna, they are removed of all their sins and also the ill effects of Shani Bhagwan in their horoscope. How many of you have heard of Sade Sati?
Sir, I couldn't hear you. Can you say again?
How many of you have heard of Sade Sati? It's a very popular term in our Indian horoscope system. If Shani Bhagwan captures somebody, he will be giving lot of testing times to the people. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if Shani Bhagwan captures somebody or controls somebody, he will control them for about 7.5 years. That is why it's called Sade Sati. So Shani Bhagwan, if once he enters into Sade Sati for a person, for 7.5 years, that person will undergo lot of testing time, lot of difficulties and all that. So such people, if they visit Yamuna, worship Yamuna Mata and take bath in Yamuna river, it is said that they can come over those ill effects or they can have the blessings of Shani Bhagwan and they can live peacefully. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. And then there is a temple called Badrinath. How many of you have heard of Badrinath?
Sir, me.
Yeah. In Badrinath, there is a temple. Badrinath, there is a temple for Badri Narayan. Badri Narayan is nothing but Lord Vishnu. Okay? It's also called Badrikashram. The temple, the idol of Lord Krishna, Badri Narayan, was installed by Adi Shankara in Badrinath. And again, there is a temple called Kedarnath. Kedarnath is a Shiva temple. Can you hear me? I'm not able to hear you. I can see you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can hear you.
Yeah, Kedarnath
Yes,
is
sir.
again on a very, very highest altitude, about 7,000 meters, 7,000 plus meter above the sky level, sea level. And it is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas in India. Have you heard of Jyotirlingas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are 12 places where the Jyotirlingas are installed. So one of foremost is Kedarnath. There is Kedarnath, there is Rameshwaram, there are various other places, Varanasi and all that. There are 12 places very special for Lord Shiva. Among those 12 places, this Kedarnath is the foremost place for Lord Shiva, where Lord Shiva is present in a form of a rock. It is connected to the Mahabharata story. I will tell all these things in detail in the coming weeks. Okay. Hope you all find the session useful.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will talk a lot about Uttarakhand in the coming days. There are a lot of other temples. There are a lot of other places which one should visit at least once in a lifetime. Okay. I'll finish with this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what we saw today, we saw Chardham Yatra, we saw Gangotri, we spoke about Yamunotri, we spoke about Badrinath, and we spoke about Kedarnath.
Kedarnath.
Exactly. Badrinath, the name of the god, deity is Badrinarayan. Kedarnath is Lord Shiva. His name himself is Kedarnath. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Anyone want to ask something?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hari Om Namaste.
Thank you, Saravanan sir.
Hari Om, sir.
Thank you very much.
As
Om,
usual, it
sir.
was very informative. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.